In this new video, I am going to discuss about electrostatic potential energy of a charge in an external electric field. Suppose this is the space where an electric field is existing. This electric field either may be due to a charge in the nearby space, or it can be due to a system of charges, or it can be due to a distribution of charge. So due to any reason, an electric field is existing in this space, and there is a charge Q, positive Q is placed at infinity. It means there is no interaction between existing electric field and the charge placed at infinity. But suppose this charge is to be moved from infinite separation to this point of the electric field. If there is an electric field existing in this space, there would be some potential at any point of that electric field. And what is the definition of potential? Amount of work done to move a unit charge from infinity to a point of the electric field, that is called potential at that point. Here, if plus Q charge is to be moved from infinity to this point of the electric field, what can be the amount of work done? W is equal to magnitude of the charge Q multiplied by the potential at that point. Suppose there is an electric field existing in this space, then what can be the value of potential energy of this charge when moved from infinity to this point? This can be written U is equal to magnitude of the charge Q multiplied by potential at that point of the electric field. So this is relation between electrostatic potential and potential energy of a single charge in the presence of any external field in the space. From this relation we can get another definition of the electrostatic potential. V can be written as potential energy divided by magnitude of the charge, that is V equals U divided by Q. Then what can be the SI unit of electrostatic potential energy? SI unit of potential energy is as usual Joule. If 1 joule of work is done to move a charge from infinity to a point of the electric field, then electrostatic potential energy of the charge at that point is going to be 1 joule. In this way we can define electrostatic potential energy of a charge in the presence of an external electric field. So students, electrostatic potential energy of a system of charge. First of all, see what is system of charge. To form a system of charges, at least two charges required. A single charge cannot be treated as a system of charge. So if charges are placed at infinite separation, suppose charge Q1 is here, charge Q2 is at infinity, and there is no interaction between two charges. In that condition we cannot say the charges are the part of the system. Suppose charge plus Q2 is brought at this point from infinity or from infinite separation, then what can be the amount of work done? As we have defined, potential in the presence of a given charge at certain point of the electric field is given as, suppose V1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, that is electrostatic constant, charge Q1 divided by distance of the point R12. This is potential in the presence of charge Q1 at this position. Amount of work done to move unit positive charge from infinity to this point is given by this. Then what can be the amount of work done to move charge plus Q2 from infinity to this point? So that work can be written W is equal to charge Q2 multiplied by potential the first charge V1, or we can write this work as W equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 multiplied by Q2 divided by R12. Here you can see this amount of work is defined as the electrostatic potential energy of the system. According to definition, you can see amount of work done to bring the charges into the system from infinite separation. If charges are initially at infinity or at infinite separation, when we brought charge Q2 from infinite separation into the system, now the system is formed, and in that condition amount of work done is this. That is why this amount of work is going to be the potential energy of this system of two charges, and that can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by R12. Here in this case, R12 is separation between two charges of the system. Q1 and Q2, their magnitudes. This is electrostatic constant. Now one question arises, if the second charge Q2 is suppose a negative charge, in that condition no external agency is required to do the work. In that condition, if second charge is negative, the force of attraction of the charge Q1 itself can be responsible to form the system by its force of attraction. By its force of attraction, this can move second charge minus Q2 from infinity up to this point. And in that condition, the energy of the system is going to be with a negative sign, and it can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q1 into Q2 divided by R12. So if the charges into the system are with opposite sign, their potential energy is going to be negative, as work is being done by the system itself. So this is the expression for potential energy of a system of two charges. What can be the potential energy of a system of three charges? Suppose a single charge Q plus Q1 is placed here at this point. In the nearby space, no other charge, but presence of this charge Q1 has a potential at point P. The value of the potential can be written V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 divided by R12 by the definition of the potential. Now, in the presence of this potential, charge Q2 is to be brought from infinity to this point. Then what is going to be the value of potential energy of system of these two charges? That can be written as U is equal to second charge Q2 multiplied by potential in the presence of first charge, or this can be written 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 divided by R12. Now, potential energy of this two charge system is this. Now, a third charge, suppose Q3, positive, is at infinity. Now, this third charge Q3 is to be moved into the system and in the presence of these two charges. So, what can be the value of potential at third point Q in the presence of charge Q1? And potential at point Q is present due to charge Q2 as well. So what can be the potential energy in the presence of these two potentials due to charge Q1 and Q2, and charge Q3 is brought at this position? This is positive. Then what going to be the potential energy of this system of three charges? So initial potential energy in the presence of these two charges, this what addition is going to be there? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught potential of charge Q1 at the position of Q3, that is Q1 by, suppose this distance is R13 and this distance is R2, 2, 3. So Q1 divided by R13 multiplied by Q3. Potential energy of these two, plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q2 charge is present there, Q2 by R23. This is potential of charge Q2 at the position of Q3 multiplied by charge Q3. So this is going to be the potential of this three charge system. Charge Q2 and Q3 are brought from infinite separation into the system. So this would be the potential energy of this three charge system. So students, we can see in this way, if number of charges are increasing into the system, the potential energy of the system continuously increase. And if any of the charge is negative and it is being brought from infinite separation into the system, then its potential energy is going to be with negative sign. It's a scalar quantity. Still, negative sign is coming due to negative charge of the system, the other system, after multiplication. What can be the potential energy of a system of 4 charges? Students, here you can see the number of charges are increasing in the system. So if 4 charges, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4, they are to be assembled in a system of square. Suppose the distance between charge Q1 and Q2 are 12, R23, R34, R14, R24 and R13. So what can be the total potential energy of this system? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. Charges in the system Q1, Q2, then Q2, Q3, then Q3, Q4 or Q1, Q4, then Q3, Q4, then Q1, Q3. These are diagonal relations, Q1, Q3 and Q2, Q4. So total electrostatic potential energy of this system is going to be with a sum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 direct distances between the charge or direct relations and 2 diagonal relations. So this would be the total potential energy of the system of these 4 charges. If the charges are to be arranged at the vertices of a square, in that condition all these distances are going to be equal and length of the diagonal is again same. In that condition calculation can be very easy. If the charges are to be assembled at the vertices of a rectangle, in that condition distance is going to be different. So in this way we can calculate electrostatic potential energy of any system in which charges are to be assembled. So students, see, if the number of charges increasing in the system, the potential energy of the system increases. So starting from 2 charge system, then 3 charge system, then 4 charge system. If the number of charges into the system are increasing, and what can be the potential energy of a system of n charges, where n can be any number. So the equation can be written half multiplied by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught summation I from 1 to n summation j from 1 to n. I is not equal to j, qi qj divided by rij. Students, here you can see in this summation, to avoid the double count of the pairs, we have multiplied 1 by 2. For example, if there is a pair of charge Q1, Q2, that can be repeated at Q2, Q1. That is why we have multiplied 1 by 2 to get the total potential energy of the system of n charges. Students, see, this is a numerical question to determine the electrostatic potential energy of the system of charges. See, the question is an electron of charge minus E is placed at each of the 8 corners of a cube of side A. Side of the cube is small a, and an alpha particle of charge plus 2E is placed at the center of the cube. Calculate the potential energy of the system. So students, see, in this system of charges, 8 charges are electrons at the corners of the cube, and a charge is at the center of the cube, that is positive charge, an alpha particle, and its charge is positive twice the charge of electron, or you can say twice the charge of the proton. So to find the electrostatic potential energy of this system, first of all we have to decide what is the total number of relation between individual charges. So here you can see there are 12 edges of the cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So potential energy of the electrons at the corners due to this length of the cube A, or distance between any two electrons along the edge is A. So total potential energy of this is going to be 12 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. If all the charges are placed in air, this is constant. 12 multiplied by charge of one electron into charge of other electron divided by distance between electrons. Now again see what can be the length of each face of the cube. Length of each face of the cube is A. So what is the diagonal? Diagonal length A plus A means A square plus A square. The diagonal length on the face is going to be square root of A. And how many diagonals are there for 6 faces of the cube? 2 diagonals, 4, 6, 8. Back face of the cube 10, front face of the cube 12. Again 12 relations are there between the electrons with distance square root of E, that is length of the face diagonal. So potential energy due to this relation is going to be 12 multiplied by E minus into minus E divided by square root of 2E. Now again see what can be the body diagonal relations between the electrons or the corners of the cube. How many body diagonals are there? 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is going to be the potential energy due to this body diagonal relation between the electrons? 4 multiplied by charge of one electron into charge of other electron divided by what is the length of body diagonal of a cube with side A. If you use Pythagoras theorem, it's going to be square root of 3A. Now again, what can be the relation between charge at the center of the cube and electrons at the corners? So there are 8 electrons at the corners and alpha particle at the center. So there are going to be 8 relations between alpha particle at the center of the cube and between electrons. So potential energy for this is going to be 8 multiplied by charge of one electron multiplied by charge of the alpha particle divided by half length of the body diagonal of the cube. Half length of the body diagonal is square root of 3 divided by 2 into A. Students, after putting all these values here, value of the constant 9 into 10 to power 9, we can take common 4 from all these terms multiplied by E into E, E square, negative E into negative E, positive E square divided by A, that is length of the side of the cube. What is remaining? 3 plus 3 by square root of 2 plus 1 by square root of 3 minus 8 by square root of 3. After calculation, you will get total potential energy of the system 3.89 into 10 to the power 10 E square divided by A joule. This would be the potential energy. So students, you can use this method to determine electrostatic potential energy of any system, whether 3 charges are there, 4 charges are there, or any number of charges are there in the system. You can calculate value of the potential energy. But remember one thing, the negative charges are to be placed along with their sign. So at the end you will get total potential energy of the system either after addition or the subtraction. Thank you very much.